I done ran up a dub in Balenciaga runners. I'm blessed. The plug gave me numbers I could deal with. I don't deal with the help. Got a 9 swimming in the pot like Phelps. I'm up 100 grand when it melts. Niggas pop shit. I find they addy on Yelp. I just played a hand that I was dealt. We was starving. White and tan was the help. My wrist twirling, my bitch girlin'. She don't like the smell of the cocaine. What she don't get, I don't like it neither. But it keep us swiping visas. Shut up, bitch. We always ate good when we done licks. So our pockets always on some fun shit. My op last sound was a gun click. I'm the one you run from, not come get. In the crib, tryna cook me a brick. Tell me how to fuck the pie bus. Yeah. We gon' sell Lizzie Lohan until the police stop us. Yeah. We gon' sell Britney Spears until the police stop us. Yeah. We gon' sell Christina Aguilera till the police stop us. Yeah. The coke doing numbers like a pop star. The coke doing numbers like a pop star. The coke doing numbers like a pop star. The coke doing numbers like a pop star.
You said you getting money, nigga, not like us. No, I'm blind Spaniel with the plug. You don't shop like us. My nigga, I can make a call. They send a box right there. Jewels. To the point. The jewels. To the point.
What it do, homie? This your boy She, one half of To The Point, man.
Yeah, Robbie Khan, president, I'm here.
Listen, man, we got a legendary guy. I know he's gonna be humble because you know he folks eyes, but in all essence, he's legendary from this city, from the legendary Major Figgas. Everybody know about the Figga crew. This is Dutchie here. This is Assalamualaikum. What's up, homie?
Oh man,
talk to me. Thanks for being here.
I'm glad y'all let me get to the point. You know what
I need
I wanted to get to the point.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. You supposed to be one of the first. You know, you was there from the gun bus. You seen it set off and everything. So you know, but time, you know, Allah's the planner, right? So we gonna set it off like this here, right? Because we got a lot to talk about, right? I'm gonna start from the very beginning, right? The Major Figgas run, right? And I'm gonna go in specific like this, and I want you to carry me through, right? How did the Major Figgas first start? Because I'm hearing it wasn't always a group, and it kind of meshed together.
It wasn't. It was. Okay. I mean, as we just keep thinking about the truth in it. It all resorts back to Bump, right? And Bump J from Major Figgas was the guy that basically brought everybody together from my end. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Then you had Wallow and Gil was already, you know,
when
it came to the music. You feel what I'm saying? So like we just gonna go from the music point of it.
Okay.
The music point was Gil was doing what they was doing. I was a solo artist with my homie Fatim. We was doing something. Bump always had situations going on. So it's like I started hanging around Bump at a younger age. You feel what I'm saying? Before we even got to the Major Figgas point, because you gotta remember things happen, stage after, but it's simultaneously. You feel what I'm saying? So as these years is flying by, I meet Bump like 14, 15 years old, Yanti. So you know Yanti, Yanti Strickland.
Yant just told me, I was just texting him, and he just told me to tell you blessings. Yant. Yant told you, man. He said send him the blessings, man.
They block party. Bumping them would always have these dope ass block parties, right? So I'm a young nigga. I go there and I rap. Yant and them. You know, they was these, you know, like everybody looked up to these guys because they was already having deals and shit like that. Right. So, I get on stage. I don't know how to do, 16 bars.
There you go. Similar to Nori's story.
I just know how to rap. And unbeknownst to me, Yant is watching.
Okay.
And say he running down.
Shout out Jan Strickland, that's my guy.
Yeah. Right. Shout out.
He tell Bump, yo, show him how to do 16. As he's telling me that, I'm hearing about Lava. I'm hearing about, all of the guys in my neighborhood that rap. Still didn't get a chance to really get around them yet because Bump, Marcus Graham, that one of the originators of major figures like Tino Brown, and we'll get into that, but Marcus Graham used to put together these tapes because Gil was doing anything good.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so Marcus Graham was doing tapes in the neighborhood. At that time still, Gil is rapping. But as Gil's rapping, he getting better, everybody getting better. And some kind of way, Bump just brought us all together. I can't really sit back and say how he did it.
Right.
It just organically happened.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't put your finger on.
No, it was like I remember days where I would be rapping and I would catch Lava and Gil sitting on Erie Avenue in the same house that Kevin Hart lived in, right? And I would go talk to Lava and rap for him. I had Lil Cassidy with me at the time, right?
All right.
And the way I used to rap before was like Wu-Tang and like Method Man. I was more lyrical.
Right.
And Lava was like, you could rap, but
talk about that shit.
You ain't talking about getting no money.
Right.
So I'm still going. I even had a meeting at Def Squad.
Okay.
And because we had a manager named James Tyler that was taking us to New York as young niggas to, audition for these people along with us battling people in the city and things like that.
Right.
So I remember what Lava told me. And I remember my next door neighbor, he went to Penn State. I don't have no older brother, so this was like an older brother to me.
Good money.
He had these books in the crib, Rob Report, all them Jones.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I grabbed the Rob Report. I'm skimming through it the whole night. Because I got to get back to Lava in them because I don't like when nobody tell me, you know what I mean? You ain't talking that. You know what I mean? So I put something together. I come back the next day, Lava like, you on the right path.
Here you go.
Within a year or two later, Bump had already, you know what I'm saying? Boom, I now I'm in the crib. I'm digging in.
Right.
I'm actually making my own tapes in the crib. I'm taking 2 radios, pressing record on this one and pressing play on this one at the same time and making my own tapes.
Right.
So I remember Jermaine Dupri and them had this artist and they came out with this record and they took one of the old samples from back in the day. Boom, 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 boom. So that was the first time I did If My Watch Was a Rollie, Would You Like That?
Okay.
You feel me?
Right.
That was one of my step out Jones that made people like, oh shit, what boy talking about?
Right.
And then from there, Bump and Ruck and all of them would have the Yonkers situation with the Rough Riders.
Right.
Me and Bump was supposed to sign the Rough Riders.
Okay.
Little situation occurred where I had to, do what I had to do. And I didn't take the deal. How old was you
at that time?
I was 17 years old. 17 years old at that time. So me and Bump started going to Yonkers like every weekend. We kissing them. That's why we had that relationship with Kiss that we had.
Right.
Because, it's over 30 something years I known Kiss. You know what I'm saying? So just to touch back on it now, I moved from Erie Avenue after becoming, slightly a part of, Major Figgas, because Major Figgas was still being built at the time.
It wasn't even stamped yet.
No, not yet, because everybody wanted to be a part of.
Was the name there at the time?
No, our first name we had was Young Guns.
Young Guns, all right.
Wow, right?
Right. Yeah. Ironic.
First joint. So I remember that, and then time, like I said, time goes. So as time going, we still killing stuff together, and now we would go to 20th Street, Peanut Studio. So as we in Peanut Studio up 20th Street, everybody making joints. So a lot of the Major Figure joints that you heard in the beginning was just montages of us doing our own shit and then jumping on songs together and throwing it together like that. You feel what I'm saying? And some kind of way, I end up out Southwest at Stevie G crib. Everybody's there. You know what I'm saying? We rapping, rapping, and it was crazy. But the last two niggas that spit was me and Spade.
Got you.
That was the glue, like, huh?
It was they look at me and Spade like, yo, y'all. I know somebody looking for a duo right now.
Right.
Whole time was on. I go up there, me and Spade. So how it went was I spit a verse, a hook, Spade spit a verse, etc., etc. Unliked it.
Right.
We didn't have no demo or none of that when we went to Unentertainment. That's what a lot of people.
See back then it was a lot of that organic.
Yeah, it was
type joint going on.
It was more technical.
Right.
Check around, right? Let me ask you this, like, all right, you say you come through the Major Figures, y'all organically, you know what I mean, Blint, you and Dutch, the last two on the joint, y'all spit y'all heat.
Him and Speed.
You know what I mean, him and Speed, my fault, Dutch. You and Speed spit y'all heat. Now, on it, right? But how it go from to you at Cash Money? How that connection happen?
That's so. All right, me and Spade get the deal over at Entertainment. We take the deal. When we take the deal, Cameron is there, Charlie Baltimore is there. We started making the waves. So if you think about it, one of the first crazy joints that we put out was Cameron album Sports Drugs Entertainment.
I remember that, right.
Me and Spade had a feature record on there called Where I'm From.
Right.
Along with Dead Man Walking with Beanie Siegel at the same time.
Right.
So it's like now we, at that time, is shifting from Epic to Sony, like we running up back ends like crazy because it was like who gonna take the overhead? You know what I'm saying? Who gonna take? All right, they clean out the overhead, we go back in.
Right.
So it's like the best way I could say it, for me, getting into Major Figures, Bump pulled me into that.
Wow.
So let me ask though, I want to be clear. At this time when y'all up there with and all that, Major Figures still wasn't coined yet. It was. We were a group. Right.
By then.
Right.
But it just happened so fast. It's like, you know what I mean? You a figure. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just, you know what I mean? Like, all right, you roll with us because it was like our neighborhood. So it's like the top guys from Erie Avenue that rap.
Right. And y'all always was around each other rapping at that time.
You had to be because wherever the rappers be at, that's where the
top
you at. So it's like.
So was it Wallow that said y'all the Figures?
No. So
with the name and the organization.
The thing was, I met Wallow through Gil, through my man Fatim, because my man Fatim and Gil used to swap out polo shirts back in the day. Like, Gil will have a new John that he might have wore one time. For Team 2, different colorway.
Right. And that was their twist.
They selling it to each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like Strawbridges twice.
Right.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we all in high school. You know what I mean? Gil is in his last year. We just coming in.
Right.
Yeah, rock this and rock that.
Right. So it's like, no, you wore one time. It's like you buying it offline. It's like back in the day, you had an online situation back then. It's crazy, but it's like a, you know, pre-owned or whatever they call it. You know what I'm saying? But that's how they was doing it. So when Fatim took me around to meet Gil, which we didn't call him Gil, we called him Farrar. Because he played basketball. So I remember just idolizing his game. Then I found out he could rap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Wallow gave him, you know, the
Go forward
the
and shit.
Wallow was the one that came with all of the tapes, the
hip hop
he
story
can
and stuff.
do
this shit.
like the Mace and Tommy Hilfiger battles, and
He had all the archives.
some kind of way.
Yeah.
He had it.
Yeah.
So the getting money talk came from like them, but through Fat Boy, like, or them listening to Mace.
Right.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So they came up with that name, and that Major Figgas was Wallow, Gil, Bump, Dirty Reek, El De Niro. They was the ones that started the record up Peanut Crib.
Right.
Then Lava started to come through because Lava had his own situation as well.
Okay.
Right.
Back then.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I mean? Lava had a group that he was, damn, man, it's hard for me to remember these names, man, because it's,
The name of the group,
yeah,
right.
it's like, but
everybody had they had their own situation and then y'all, I guess it's like the pick of the litters out of everybody.
Yeah,
all
it was
y'all
like-
came together.
it was a if you can't beat them, join them situation. man.
Okay,
You know what I'm
all
saying?
right.
That's the best way that I can
Check
put it.
around, right? Dutch. Y'all doing y'all little, everybody got y'all got y'all squad collectively, and then everybody got their little offbeat deals where they can make the little individual money, right?
Not yet though. We ain't get to
They
that
ain't still
point
off yet? All right,
no,
but-
see the thing about it was the only guy that got a deal first was Bump.
Okay.
Bump got a deal first with
Okay.
Yant and them. They was called the Deadly Snakes, if
Right.
you remember
Okay.
that.
I remember
Back in the day.
because Bump got a brother too.
Yeah,
that
Mark.
got Mark.
Okay.
Mark, yeah. So Mark and Yanti, they was called the Hunters back in the day.
Right.
Oh shit.
So-
okay. I didn't never know that.
I don't remember Lava group, but it was a 3-man group that Lava was in
Right.
as well. But and then X-Man, he had a guy named X-Man from 29th Street that used to come up, and it was just like, then 100X lived on my block.
Okay, stop enough.
No, Mall Black lived down the
Mall
street
Black,
from me.
right,
See,
okay.
this is how crazy
All the
this
MCs
was.
all around.
Every day I come outside,
Sharpen it up,
I'm
sharpen it up.
looking down the street because I used to hang with Mall Black brother Warren.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm seeing Mall Black walking up and down my block, and I know who he is because
Right.
everybody's talking
Talking
about
about
these
him.
guys.
Yeah.
And he molded me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bump molded me. Wallow molded me.
Right.
And I think it was just meant for me to get that Dutch and Spade situation along with Major Figures at the same time.
Right.
Because once we, Gil was with Suave House. If you remember,
I
he
remember
brought
the
out,
Suave House joint.
he was solo.
Right.
Love for Gilly was a solo record.
Exactly.
That he came out with back in the day.
It's I'm gonna tell you what it's putting me in mind of. It's funny you said you was rapping like the Woo.
Right.
It's seeming like your whole joint is similar
Bro,
to Woo, man. How to come
swear-
together
I
and
swear to you, man.
and somebody was RZA.
It's
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm gonna tell you, Marcus Graham was like our RZA.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Marcus Graham was like our RZA, and Wallow was
There you
like
go.
RZA's brother.
See that?
You know what I'm saying?
They was
Because
yeah.
if he didn't fall, Wallow would have been a part of the beginning of
Heavy
what we
part
was
of it.
doing. Yeah,
Right.
because and it probably would have went a little bit different.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't the way Allah wanted it to be. So
exactly.
here it is, Dutch and Spade. We start punching. Gil punching over here.
Ab punching.
Ab punching, but even with that situation, it didn't even get to that because Ab went out with Dr. Dre and them for a little while,
Right.
He was doing some right.
And was
right.
and was
Right.
out there having fun,
Right.
getting money, doing what he was doing. Meanwhile, Figures still going
Wow.
on. We still building as a
Right.
unit. So I say hanging around them guys. We used to always hang at Bump cousin Hot crib.
Okay.
That was like a spot where everybody hung at, cause may Hawk rest in peace.
Okay.
Hawk mom used to, work at night, so Hawk had to watch the crib.
Right.
So it's like you young boys, that's where everybody hang at.
Okay.
And Bump niggas was, when it came down to that rap shit, and us blowing the tree and doing what we was doing.
Yeah, Bump had that aggressive
Bump,
type
Bump was like, just a
shit.
hip hop nigga. You know what I'm saying? My best friend, man, to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Bump type too. I ain't see him in a while personally, but that's my guy when we went to.
Bring that beat back one time for me, right? Y'all doing, like I was saying, y'all wasn't getting the individual paper yet.
Mm-hmm.
But how did it feel being, you say you was 17, you was young, but you on this set, you on that set, bumping elbows at him, talking shit with them guys, puffing weed, blending with these people. Then to get there, right, and you right there, how you know how to adjust your attitude with these dudes you might have was like marveling at, looking up to.
So all right,
you know what I mean?
I attribute it to.
You know what I'm saying, right? How you hold your composure around these
because I attribute
like,
it to the old heads that was around us, right? The wizards and the G's from Erie Avenue,
right? Okay.
We all aspired to be, was already around when Hove and them would come around, and they had cars,
right,
they had all that. So we grew up from, being from Philly. Competitive nature is in our spirit, man.
To this day.
Like, we always gonna be competitive. So it was like me writing my raps. When I was looking at TV back in the day, I was telling my mother, I'm gonna be on there one day.
Right.
I'm gonna do this, and
you did it.
Played the game to the point where it was like, we did it.
Shit.
So when I got around them guys, it was like,
that shit.
To this day, Hove can't walk past me.
Right.
And I mean that in a respectful way. It's like he's going to acknowledge the MC in me.
Right.
That's what I can say. Like, I gave some hell out at points and times. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, man, that was the fun part about it. But adjusting to it wasn't easy because I'm still a kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still a kid, so I couldn't even sign my contract. I had to my mom had to sign it for me, right? So she signed it for me. Now you gotta remember, '97 I get the deal. We have just a run now where it's like, okay, we got the deal. Everybody's talking about us being signed. We going up to Cosmic Kev. We killing Cosmic Kevs. We killing all the mixtapes.
Right.
We killing all the DVDs. We doing everything we can do.
Crazy.
Then, as we working from '97, I was about to turn 18, but I didn't yet. Excuse me. I didn't turn 18 yet. By the time I turned 18, me and Spade living in New York, for about 2 years, we worked on an album with Un.
Okay.
Because Un wasn't one of them type of people that, you doing a 2-3 song a day. And it's, no, it's like, what y'all gonna do? Y'all signed now. You know what I mean? We did about 75 records.
Basically work at your pace.
Yeah, so
the best.
He set y'all up to work and gave y'all free range.
Yeah, so in them 2 years,
right.
By the time '99 came, we is at the height of killing everything. So now it's time for us to drop.
I remember.
Album. You know what I'm saying?
I was just touching down then.
Yeah, so we making I love being the gangsters, what you know about ballings, that's us, and this and that, and we making all of these things.
Right.
Because that's what it was.
Right.
At the time. That's just truthfully what it was. It was anybody, a lot of people talk that the only other guy, and I'll give credit, only other guys that was doing rap-wise what we was doing, Beanie Siegel and Most Wanted.
Okay.
Just hold that thought one second. Everybody dig this. You're getting some heavy content. I need y'all to go ahead and like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Once again, like and do yourself a favor. You like us? Like that subscribe button one time.
Yeah.
Good, my fault, bro.
No, it's all good, homie. Make sure y'all share it too.
Right.
Yeah.
So now 2000 comes. We at the height of this Philly thing that we got going on. Everybody's talking.
Yeah.
We on every
I'm gonna keep it a
label.
bean. I was up the way. I was up top, and I was getting it. You know what I mean?
We was on everybody's desk.
Yo,
Everybody's desk at the time.
Hey, Dutch, I seen y'all one summer. I was telling you, right? Y'all was on like, I think it was 18th. Was it like Cleveland Street? Is that 18th Street, Cleveland? One of them streets,
Block
right?
party
up
or
like,
something.
Up at like, not Diamond, Nars. It was like a
Cumberland Street.
might have been Cumberland.
18th and
They had
Cumberland,
y'all had the man-made stage, wooden stage, man-made, middle of the street, both ends blocked off, block party type set. This is early in the major figures.
You see,
It was so
so
early,
many
right?
of those, right?
That we didn't know who the major figures was.
You know why I can't pinpoint
Y'all
one
was
of them
so
joints?
banging. It was so banging. It was so.
I can't pinpoint one of
It
them
was a
joints
real hood
because
thing.
that was everywhere we heard any of them joints was at.
Right, it was
We
like
was
that.
going to them, or we was creating them.
Right.
So it's hard for me to
You
figure
can't
out
pinpoint
which
which
one of
them.
which
Right.
one. But I know it.
But
probably
at
was
any
one.
rate,
Yeah,
that's
it
he gave me the ball.
That doing there.
That's
made me-
always working. Is what I'm
Yeah, that
saying.
was crazy, John. It was like you could tell it was a in the hood thing, but it was so packed. It were all different other hoods. You know what I mean? It wasn't just.
He told me this. This what he give me. Was I still locked up when you give me this
Yeah.
rap? He say, I don't know who these boys is at this block party, but they goofy. You get what I'm saying? And at the time we was rocking and we was goofy. We know what goofy is.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
the head never, they saying, and we didn't even know that. Later on we found out it was y'all. But he said that was them at the y'all. Came out like on the fame tip. But
it now right at that point it starts to become trivial.
okay.
Because when you those type of caliber of artists, you gotta go leave your city.
Of course.
So we leave our city and we go to New York. Everybody at their own time. Gil got his stories in New York. Me and Bump got our Yonkers stories in New York.
Wow.
We going over there and we gotta go to war.
Yeah, they gotta know what's hitting for.
We gotta go to war.
And y'all did that though. Y'all put a stamp that's
Did
there
the
this
war.
day, yo.
To the point where Hove would come to Philly and be on stage and I'll be in the building and he'll say, yo, where that nigga Dutch at? I got a bottle of Cristal for you. Where you at, my nigga? I jump on stage. He say, hit that, you know. And I start that. My watch was a Rollie. Would you like that? And the whole crowd singing that shit, man.
Good money.
So it's like me, Spade, and a couple other people. We would go hang out with Dame and Jay at their office. And me and Mac used to be together every day. That's what a lot of people didn't understand too.
Right.
Me and Mac had took a liking to each other lyrically.
Yeah, I
You know
heard.
what I'm saying? So we would be together all the time. It was like I started to stay down to P.
Okay.
Over Paco crib on 19th Street.
Right.
I believe it was 19th and Reed. He used to live at. And I would stay down there because I never wanted to leave. Because how they, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like a different part. The P was like, you know what I mean? It's a difference, man.
Right.
Me being a North Philly guy and growing up in North Philly and then you go down to P and you see this world.
Yup.
It's a different world. You know what I'm
Move
saying?
different,
It's
man.
just different. And then I loved how Mac just was, to this day, is one of the most exceptional guys that I've ever heard do this shit.
You know.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Siegel.
You know what I mean?
That's
So-
our guy, Dwight, you know.
So We working, and my non-knowledge of the game mixed with arrogance and being too young, I didn't know how to take opportunity or money. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to differentiate opportunity and money. Now, for the young people that's watching, opportunity is something that is endless. Because opportunities create opportunities.
Money is temporal.
Now, money in the wrong hands at the wrong time. In the wrong place. Right? In the wrong place stops as soon as you get the money. That's not, money is not a stream of revenue. Opportunity is. You feel what I'm saying? It's like I could have $100,000 sitting right here. It's $100,000. In the marketplace, what is it? It's still sitting here. It's not even about it winning or losing. It's still it's not moving. So sometimes young niggas, when you get an opportunity to do something, I'm not saying all opportunity is good. It has to match out with the money. But when certain opportunities you see that somebody's willing to give you clothing lines and things like that, like, no pun intended to nobody, but the major Figgas merchandise. The MF t-shirts and things like that, right? Imagine that as a clothing line for the world.
Dang.
It would have held the same as a state property.
Yes, it would.
Might have been bigger than that.
That's what
that
MF logo was crazy.
So
what dude was offering us wasn't just the $11,000 that we thought it was. You know what I'm saying?
It was the opportunity.
It was the opportunity. But as I said earlier, Allah didn't plan it that way. So I'm just still got to give these young people the when you in that moment, weigh your opportunities out with the money, with the marketing, with the tools that you need to use, because sometimes you could miss out on some things. I mean,
and I want to interject. There's nothing wrong with consulting with people who preceded you, who got some experience. That'd be a good thing to do at them points too.
That's what I'm here for any young brother in Philly that wants to learn what I call the.
Now I want to push the envelope a little bit, right? I'm gonna push it forward a little bit, but I'm gonna ask you this before I step forward a little bit, right? See how, as I'm hearing the story, before major figures really locked in on the group, everybody already had their own individual identities and he was already moving on that. My question is, could that be a reason that the Figgas didn't get as big as a group? Could that have been a hindrance, maybe, that everybody was focused on their individuality at the time? And did y'all ever look into it like that to see that, was that part of it? Was y'all all the way focused on the group, or everybody was all the way focused on individuality? You get what I'm saying?
Money.
Okay.
Bitches.
Okay.
Fast cars. Clothing.
That's the stuff.
Drugs. Money.
Money.
Full circle again.
More bitches. I can answer that question. So at that time, I'm 18 years old, getting $200,000 checks. You know what I'm saying? Like for the overhead, and you don't know that. Like I said before on other podcasts, petty cash and learning what that is, and me being a young nigga that could go into a label and say, all right, Jacob, I need some petty cash, and he give you 7 bands.
Right.
Right. Just the
convenience. Think about
just
opportunity at that time. Nobody think about the opportunity is right here.
Yeah, the money. See, I get it.
So that's why he made the point about the predecessor. Always find somebody, in business, or have a good entertainment lawyer, or learn the rights yourself. There's nothing wrong with picking up a book and learning your own stuff.
Right.
But that ain't where we at right now. We just talking about the mistakes I made.
You know what I mean? So
I like to go ahead and talk about
because the reason why I went there, right, is because I never, this is my first time hearing the backstory, from one of the horse's mouth, and as I'm hearing it, that's what is giving me is like, damn. It seemed like, see how you said everybody went up to New York on their own time. Everybody signed a deal on their own time. Right. But we were still the Figgas.
Yeah.
And I peeped. How many albums did the Figgas do together?
If you include the appetizers.
Right.
We did probably 8 albums.
8. Okay.
7, 8 albums.
Okay.
7, I would say a solid 7 if you include the appetizers as albums, because they sold like they was albums, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
of
course.
Was,
and they classic joints.
Yeah, but
about 8, just say.
Yeah, about 7 to 8. Solid 7, maybe 8. Because
now, Khan mentioned and Cash Money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying basically how did the thing branch off to the Cash Money joint?
So all right.
My question is damn near the same.
When we get to entertainment, I was offered a hype man job to go on the road with Charlie Baltimore.
Okay.
As a hype man. I don't know what this is. I go to rehearsal a couple times and I learn the routine.
You don't know what this is at the time.
All right, come on, let's go.
Make this money.
Let's go. We end up doing Teen Summit, the first joint. You know what I mean? I catch that run.
Yeah.
Right.
So trying to get us the fire. He building the fire.
Right.
As it's going. I don't know this. I'm just doing what I'm doing as a young nigga. So come back home. We on Park Avenue where we used to be at 13th Street.
Right.
This guy came, Eyes on Hip Hop. He do a DVD on us.
Right.
We sitting in the crib rapping at a table. Then me and Spade outside in front of Lava Truck.
Okay.
Rapping this back and forth joint. As we rapping that, I didn't know that these DVDs travel like this, or that record execs is looking for these DVDs.
Damn, at the
this
time.
is what it is.
That's the heat. Heat on the street.
Baby get a hold of the joint.
Okay.
I got a 2-way page at the time. Niggas in the industry had 2-way pages at the time.
Right, the 2 ways.
I get a 2-way. #1 stunner. I don't know who this guy is, man. No, at the time, I don't.
Right.
Then it registered to me. Oh, shit. That's the guy.
That's boy, right.
He say, send me the number, this number to call. I call a number. It was a lady named Yolanda I had to talk to. And she said, give me your information. And, go to the airport in the morning. Baby wants you to fly out to Ohio.
Right.
To go on the Cash Money Rough Riders tour. He want to talk some business with you.
Right.
Me being Dutch, I said, I'm shot. Bump. We've been listening to these niggas for 2-3 years.
Yeah, right. Let's go see.
I'm like, Bump, these niggas hit me up. I said, I'm about to go out there and go fuck with Stunner. He like, all right, when I go out there. Running the Juvenile, that was one of my first friends that I met with Cash Money.
Good money. Shout out Juvenile.
And I started building a relationship rapport with Cash Money.
Right.
As a whole.
Right. You touched down with them before Gil, right?
Yeah. Well, what I thought I was doing was, I thought, okay, so now in the same instance, me and Spade going to Interscope for our deal over at Interscope.
Okay.
So when we ain't sitting in this deal, I remember getting up and telling Steve Stout, only way we'd take this deal is if I could always do the Major Figgas situation. Steve Stout looked at me and said, loyalty is something rare in this business.
That's what he said. Loyalty is something rare in this business.
It didn't hit till not till this day, but till now in life. It didn't hit me that these. Damn, he said that to me. You know what I mean? See, the loyalty,
the way that come off,
that's like something rare in this game. Like, that's good for you being a young guy to have some loyalty.
Because it's rare. I don't see
it. Yeah, because you in here for Interscope. Why are you even thinking to have clause in your contract? I'm paying attention that you can have clause in your contract, and it could be, oh, well, I could do entertainment / Major Figgas / Cash Money /
Right.
So I asked for that, and with asking for that, my mentality was, Baby wanted to meet the rest of the niggas from the DVD anyway.
Okay.
Just some kind of way he reached out to me. So with him wanting to meet everybody, I introduced my gang to Baby and them. Right. Some kind of way, Gil ended up with Solo Project.
Murder.
My motive was, there's certain people back home that don't got no deals. So if we could get a deal, then I mean all of us would be together.
You was trying to pull a whole joint.
Yeah, because
especially at that time with them, the ticket was.
Yeah, but like Rough Nation had plummeted it. You know what I'm saying? Like Rough Nation, it did. A lot of people was mad at us because they thought we sold the same album to the world.
Right.
We didn't. We sold the album to Rough Nation and made a bag, and you know what I mean. But we should have locked back in.
Gotcha.
And did a whole nother album to me. That ain't what happened though. Gotcha. You feel what I'm saying? So now I'm saying this. Back then I ain't give a fuck.
Right.
It's like y'all gonna buy it or not.
See it
I
now.
know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? Because and my expectations was, damn, if we could get there, because it's a movie I believe called Bait, and Wesley Snipes had a movie called Undisputed.
I remember that joint, the boxing joint, right?
Cash Money did the whole score for that. Major Figgas is on that.
Good money.
Okay.
So when we was going down there, at this time, it was crazy because I'm thinking, the deal about to go down.
Right.
Some kind of way, ain't really wasn't like, I talked about it on other podcasts, so I don't really want, run that again.
But basically, in a nutshell,
he wasn't feeling them fucking with his artists like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I can respect that because he invested a lot of time and money into us.
Right.
But it's like, my thing is, how people be like, yo, give them they flowers.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't want the flowers.
Right.
I want the water.
Okay.
Give me your life.
I planted my flowers when I started doing this.
Dang. You want the water.
Good flowers just need nourishment. Just
go.
help me nourish them. Give me the knowledge, put the knowledge in the water.
That's heavy wisdom.
Put the yolk in the water. You feel what I'm saying? And watch what happens. So it's like, that's what I want. I don't want the flowers. I want, just give me the water. I can maintain my garden.
Good money.
You know what I mean? This is the you could take a man to the water, but you can't teach him how to fish mentality that we was born with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In Philadelphia.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what I mean? So I just more so just was looking at it like, damn, I thought it was a smart idea, which it was.
Right.
Then things went a little sour.
So was it anything on paper with Cash Money with you personally or with the crew? Was anything on paper? Y'all was just up there grinding with them?
We just was dropping music at the time.
Right.
It was talks of a lot of shit. Like I remember sitting on a plane with Baby and he was like, damn man, me, you and Weezy do an album. You know what I mean? Right. And I'm like, like the Birdman. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know,
bunch of money ideas.
Birdman Jr. and now the Bird the Third.
Okay.
I mean, it was like that's how I mean, but it was like he was like embracing me on like, you know what I mean, trying to, you know, like, yeah, you one of my young boys.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
You want to put you all the way on.
Yeah, it was like, and I was with it.
Right.
But still young.
Right.
And impressionable at the time. And you know, I just wanted to be at that point the best rapper.
You do any inking up there? For anybody?
I have never, I could say this, I've never witnessed anybody from Major Figgas do no penning.
Okay.
For nobody.
All right. So what's
because we signed NDAs to not talk about that kind of shit.
I'll leave it.
You feel me? I don't know.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Enough said.
Know. Like whatever everybody else wants to do.
Yeah.
I ain't.
Enough said. Enough said.
Hey, Dutch, let's get up to speed a little bit, right? All right, we went over the history, right? The prehistoric stuff, right? Let's get up the beat right now. Like, where you at with it right now? What you got? I know you got the Tubi thing.
No, I wanted to go before we get there. There's a lot more. The Lil Kim.
I ain't know
yeah, the Lil. Yeah, let's get it right there. Let's go to the keep it in order.
So it's cool. Y'all want to reset right here?
Oh yeah, I want to go ahead.
I need a little glass of water or something. I'm about to design. I keep coughing.
You got some water over
there? Yeah, Reem over there.
And what
on
you
Instagram, you know what I mean? He on Instagram got the music in the background like this. Oh shit, love.
There you go.
Shukran.
Hey, the Lil Kim issue, right?
What Lil Kim issue?
You was with Lil Kim. I should see next to Lil Kim.
Where?
In places, right?
Where? What you?
I seen it. Everybody seen it, right? And if they didn't, I'm gonna put them on.
I'm trying to avoid that.
No, I ain't trying to avoid it. I'm just saying, I want to know where you see this shit at.
I seen it.
I seen some joints. I wonder where all these people come from.
Right.
I thought
so you know what's out there.
Yeah.
But my thing is, I'm just prying into this. What kind of, was it business? What was going on with you and Lil Kim? Because it's always be rumors floating about you, right?
You know what's so crazy? I never did this before.
Music, y'all was friends.
I'm gonna do this on just because it's to get to the point.
Right.
I wish somebody asked her.
Right.
I mean.
Okay.
Whatever her face or emotions or whatever tell you, y'all go with that. I ain't gonna be the bearer of good or bad news in that situation. I can say this: I've worked at Queen Bee Entertainment.
There we go.
I've traveled the world with her.
Okay.
We did an overseas tour.
Good money.
Over 10 legs of tours I've done with her.
Right.
So tours go in legs.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's 3 legs of a tour.
Right.
I've done over 10 legs. You know what I'm saying? I've spent years overseas. We did probably for 3 years straight consecutively. I could say I was probably in America 2-3 months out the year.
Okay. Okay.
Other than that, we
y'all was on the road heavy.
Eastern Europe and worked our way down to Africa. And I know I went through a passport and I'm on another one now. So it's like I've been to Africa twice.
Good money.
Countless other places. Spent total of 3 months in Canada doing a tour.
Right.
So we did a whole Canadian tour from the East Coast to the West Coast. I done experienced light season. You know what I mean? Where it's 24 hours of light.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? Coming out the club, it's still light outside. So one thing I can say is I appreciate the times I did spend around her learning how to travel the world.
Okay, good money.
And being around somebody who's iconic at the end of the day, right?
Good money. Good money.
But when they start talking about the relationships and things like that, what I could say is
Y'all was good.
I won't say yes or no.
Okay, good.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not a guy that's going to ask. You know what I mean? I want to see one of these people, anybody ask her, and 9 times out of 10, even if they let that out, a lot of stuff they be trying to put a shadow over top of. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But
of course.
Of course. I mean,
of course. You got something for him, Con?
Salute to Queen B. I would say that. I mean,
all right, let's go ahead. Do for self.
Oh.
Our big homie. You wind up back home with us, you know what I mean? Right. And it was looking a little promising. Out in the hood, I'm El Chapo. That's my joint.
So, it's okay. So, when that was starting, I felt compelled as one of the artists that Daoud used to manage.
Okay. I feel like relationship.
To give any help and divulge any music information that I had to Tiffy.
Good money.
You know what I'm saying? For him to be able to have not only a record label, but one of the strongest.
To blossom.
Which it turned out to be way more than what we thought it would be, because Tiffy just took that Do For Self name and stamped it in the industry as,
officially, like, right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what's going on. Like, it really is that.
Brother.
Right, it really is that.
You get a blue check and you don't even got an album out. Your first single, Slapping Rappers, and it's the truth. 50 Cent joint was How to Rob the Industry.
Made up.
Fictitious joint.
Right.
Teeth joint. First
100.
It was all the way
100.
Right.
Gangsta over rights. If that's what you want.
Peace be home soon.
In a minute, man. But yeah, that's and my mother had just passed away at that time, and Tiffy would just be there for me and always tell me that things was gonna get better. And he younger than me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I never looked at him as younger or older.
Right.
I looked at him as a brother. Okay. And before he even, went away to get a little bit of skin to the penitentiary, we just did a record.
Right.
Reem actually shot the video for the joint.
Okay. Good money.
He don't be wanting his credit and all that.
Yeah, he gonna get
some. Right. A year. He got director of the year because we shot a good joint.
Okay. Good money.
And it was dope, man. And man, I wanted Do For Self and Cake Dot. You know what I mean?
And my son
Lizzie. Everybody.
How was it blending with the youngins?
Because it was like, I was doing records with them at the time as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I got as I still put out records to this day, I got a record where, just to touch on it, I say, I'm screaming free the men, making doo-wah for K-Dot.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Good money.
And the reason, you know, for them to free them in AR Ab and them, that just touched me musically.
Right.
You know, not just because we from the same neighborhood, but musically that touched me. That Ab was, you know, put in a situation where it's like, damn,
crazy John. Right.
You know, come on, man, y'all ain't had the sauce. I mean, that like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
like,
them folks do,
yeah,
man.
like you don't have to do that.
But
like,
that's what them
man.
folks do. But
You
we
know?
gotta take a learner from that though, too, though.
Yeah.
Not to get them that leverage on us like that.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying, I'm just saying,
about?
you know, it's just like with Teeth and with any of them Casanova, any of the rappers that, you know, are incarcerated.
Right.
It's just like, damn, you know, I know the other side of these guys, the music side, and the work that they put in.
Right.
And it's like, in the blink of an eye, they you know, they could take that away.
Yeah,
from
they look for it.
And that's what
folks
I'm
look
saying.
for
It's
that.
Dig
like,
this, right? One thing about them people, they don't never give you a second chance. You know what I mean? You gotta take your, like you said, opportunity. You gotta take advantage. That's how I tell my kids, my young people, my grandkids and all that. You can take advantage of something, but you gotta take the right advantage. Don't take advantage all the fucked up way, stuff all the wrong way. You're gonna take advantage of me, use me in the right way.
Good
you know what
money.
I'm saying? Don't come for me and need a Phillips screwdriver and use them a flag and use me the wrong way. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna screw in like that.
Right.
You gotta screw me the right way if you're gonna try to screw.
Good
You know what I
money.
mean? So now I wanna understand this, right? You're doing your thing, right? And come back a little bit. You had your first taste of making a movie, you know what I mean? I see you in the joint.
The cookout joint.
You know what I mean? I see you in the scene, the barbecue scene. I don't think you had too many, you know what I mean, vocals, but it was a real good experience. And if I do remember, it was a little small scene, but your face was shown on the scene, and that experience, I hope and I believe, it took you to, it's a two-part question. It took you to Tubi set off.
no, so listen, let me say,
I'm wrong,
it's crazy, right? I'm gonna give it to you, right? Because ain't no way, when I'm gonna give you something, I'm gonna give it to you so you can keep it.
All right. So
I'm not an Indian giver. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you no knowledge, and then you gotta give it back to me.
Right.
And you should be able to take it and, I mean, you got the science of, undirected that movie, The Cookout.
No shit.
Never knew that.
So you was plugged in from the tip off, like.
Never knew that.
I went to casting for that.
But you was written into the joint down there.
I went to casting for that. I had to audition for that.
Okay, so
I fought for that small part.
Okay.
That small part, what made it so real was my lines was back and forth with Ja Rule.
Right.
See, that's what made it the
Memorable.
right. So
right.
Then it's a guy named Sherwill from Jersey. Shot a movie with me, Emilio Sparks, Sunday Carter, called Expendable, but you spell it with a $sign.
Okay.
Gary Sturgis from Daddy's Little Girl. It had came out on
What platform?
Maverick.
Okay. Maverick had it.
Right. And you still can pull it up.
Y'all can do your history. Go pull it up. Check that out.
I mean, so,
Expendable.
yeah. So that was what Gil was in the joint too. It was,
there
was a lot of great actors in that joint.
Okay.
But I had a main role in that. Then I did extra work on the Eve show.
Yeah, I peeped that.
Right. So
was the cookout the one he talking about, the set off, like he said?
yeah.
Okay,
It
all
was
right.
a set off, but I didn't know.
Where it's gonna take you to now. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Un called me like, yo, I'm doing a movie with Queen Latifah.
Get ready, huh? Get right and get ready.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get.
I'm gonna keep real. I'm on 33rd and Cumberland.
Here we go. You talking about opportunity again.
What happened?
You on to the B, huh? You on to the B, huh?
All right.
Right.
Take me up New York.
Okay.
For what? I gotta go to audition. I get to the audition, Queen Latifah, everybody in the motherfucking. I don't know this. I'm still to this day. I get there. It's like, I mean, listen, man.
You was having the time of your life.
I was acting bad. I'm in there, Danny Glover in that joint. You gotta remember, I'm having a time. It's just a time. Like, look at the set.
Right.
Farrah Fawcett was in that joint.
Yeah, man. That was a star-studded joint, man.
Big time.
The 10, right?
Man.
The 10. That's the 10.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's like.
Farrah Fawcett, the 10.
Yeah. I'm like.
She's a dime back. This is the first white girl with extensions and braids.
Yeah, so it's like
Farrah Fawcett.
It's like that's why I be a little hot with Nori. It's like, Nori, how you don't give me my time on Drink Champs? Right. You giving out all these flowers and all that.
Nori never reached out to you?
But he entertained conversations about me on the show.
Right.
That's what I don't get.
Right.
And I got everybody number. I got Randy Ackerman, all these guys. I got everybody number.
Right.
Math Hoffa and
I saw you on Math.
Couple other guys, man. SO, you know what I mean? You know, they the only ones.
What's up with Turk, man? I saw you on Turk.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, so that just come from me being an original
up there. Yeah,
I was damn near a member of Cash Money, man. Like, I had grills and shit back in the day because I was hanging around them guys. So it's like all of it just came from just me never giving up in the game. I ain't never gonna stop.
I like that.
I ain't never gonna stop. All of it just come from me just still to this day wanting to be successful.
Exactly.
And you know, with the Tubi thing right now, that's a stream of revenue that I was privy to. Went to another audition. I don't even my man Kyrie, that directed Work Day 2 that I'm in. We have very, very great business conversations. With these business conversations, I told him, when your next job? He like, yo, that's you like one of the first niggas that's my homie that ever asked me that. And he like, you know I would give you a part. I said, every part ain't for me though.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I want to come audition for. I want to earn mine.
Right. There you go.
I want to do for self.
We respect that.
Like,
we respect that.
And he loved it.
I know he respects that.
So now, like, I can't really get into this the trilogy that's about to happen with Work Bay, but you'll see me a lot more on Tubi.
Okay.
Just got a chance to kick it with my man Trey Chaney out at the premiere in Atlanta.
Right.
He was Poot on the Wire.
Okay.
I mean, he in all the Tubi movies right now. Right. Got a chance to kick it with my man Loon. Amir, brother Amir.
Somebody named Loon. Loon got the podcast right now. Your cuz helped produce that,
he's
right?
Producing My Perspective, I believe, or the Perspective podcast.
So far, I've seen Freeway on.
Yeah, he just starting.
Yeah, I seen. He got Stacks on.
He got T.I.
He got T.I.
Yeah,
right.
So, man, DC, I got a chance to kick it with him and talk about some great black brokerage firms that he want to line me up with, real estate wise. So it's just me never stopping, and I didn't know Man DC for years. I met him previously. We ran into each other with my cousin Reef. I walk up to him. I'm like, bro, I remember you said. He said, yo, I'm looking at you like, damn, I know this nigga from somewhere.
And y'all
Dutch and Spade. There's either gonna be Dutch and Spade or Major Figures. You're gonna know me from two different things.
Right.
All of it resorts back to hard work.
That's it.
And dedication. Floyd Mayweather mentality.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, I ain't never gonna stop, bro. And
you
still
better not.
Musically, within the last 3 years, I have done over 7 million streams.
I see it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I got records out with the elite guys right now.
Yeah, I see a video of John Conway. Yeah.
Shaheem the Rugged Child and Petey Crack, just to touch it.
I know that one too. Yeah.
A record with Jada Kiss called Obamacare during the COVID time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Obama wasn't that wasn't the reason why I did it. Was about Obamacare is what we have to this day. Medicaid wise, we have Obamacare. We are under the Obamacare Act.
Right.
For medical.
Okay.
They don't take care of us with that.
Okay, now dig this, right? It's a beautiful thing, right? Now, maybe I'm a man, we like to face this thing called Think Fast, right? And you say Obamacare, right? That's a beautiful segue to me to shout out my man, Reese, with Let Us Care. You know what I mean? You got any family in need or any help? They struggling to go to the bathroom. They gotta get.
I don't know if you can see the car.
That and the third appointments. They gotta get their cleaners done, picked up medicine, prescriptions, whatever you need. Let us care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out that car one time. For
I don't know if y'all can see it, but
you know what I mean?
it's a home health aid. If you need home health aid, man, this the place to be, man.
100. Take my
This
hat
the
off,
place
my
to
man.
be. Let them care.
You know what I mean? Let us care, man.
Talking about.
Yeah. So now, right?
Hold on. So what we do is we'll say this episode of To The Point was brought
Right.
Let us care. You know what I mean?
That's how you do it.
You feel me? This episode of To The Point.
Sometimes you so good.
Let us care.
A little professionalism,
okay. Richard
okay.
Hayes is the CEO.
Okay.
3421 Richmond.
Yeah.
111 Philadelphia, PA. Let us care. hh@gmail.com.
Yes,
www.letuscarehh.us.
That's how you do it for real.
You want to go ahead and get your people situated. If they can't stand, if they can't sit, if they can't lay down, if they got a shit, we take care of. Let us care about it.
That's how you gotta spill.
You know what I mean? So we run it that way. Yeah.
There you go.
I dig this, how we cut the fat off the meat and get right to the point.
Right.
Now dig this, right? Check the rhyme. Let's bring it all full circle, bring all you back home. What we do here at To The Point, we drop jewels for our youngins. You know what I mean? We gotta, how my man say, give them the rope to put himself up on, don't hang yourself with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right now you the rope.
Right.
So what kind of insight?
So this part of the Think Fast
Yeah, on you, right?
No, this is the jewel segment.
Okay, so we had the jewels.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you think fast,
Because I wanted to get it. I mean, I wanted to buy a couple watches.
Right?
He had a couple watches. I wanted to
Shiny
jewels. One of a kinds, too.
Listen, man.
One of ones.
That's
So
what
how
we
you gonna
trying
dress
to
the
do.
young boys up? Some of your jewelry. What you got for the young boys to shine up in without getting in trouble while they shining?
Right.
I mean, I got a few pieces for him.
Oh, it's out.
You know, I got a nice pair of earrings for him. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Digging it. I mean, always pay attention to your surroundings.
There you go.
Surround yourself with people who you would want to see win through you.
Okay.
Who, not how.
Reflection, huh?
Who, not how.
Who, not how.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Heavy jewel.
You know what I mean? So you think about it. Everybody always say, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that. Oh, man. You worry about the results.
Okay.
You
Not
are
the
the
how
who.
too. Right.
You are the who. Find how it can get done. Prime example with this, right? Your family's sick, right? This is a person who knows how to get your people taken care of.
Right.
Bottom line.
That's life.
So you go right to it.
Yeah, that's life.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So don't always say, okay, how I'm going to get to this place, or how I'm going to get to that place. No, find somebody who can do it for you.
Okay. Full of blank in like.
You want to learn something? The book is going to teach you how.
And that's real.
The book
and
is
you the who.
Yeah, the school is the who. You the person that's going to learn how from the who, the school, which turns you into a who.
Okay, I feel you. It balances out.
Everything do, man.
What you saying, like how I'm getting this is, on both ends, if you're on the inside, you gotta reflect from the outside. So on the inside, you would be the who. Now you gotta find out how from the extension. If you're on the outside, you gotta look on the inside for the who, because you is now the how. You get what I'm saying? So you in reverse roles, whatever set you in. If you're on the outside, you're looking in. If you're on the inside, you're looking out.
You should do nothing that is not based upon results. Working hard, yeah, that's the common goal. But that takes away from the feeling of getting it done.
Right.
That's why it's not really even good to talk about your things until you accomplish them. A lot of people, oh, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that. You kill the fact of now when you do it, the reward, the result.
Damn, good job, baby.
Right.
Because you talked about it already.
Right.
Don't talk about be humble.
Right.
I don't talk about nothing. I knew this movie was going to be coming out.
Right.
This 2B joint. You ain't see me on a joint. Oh man, I got a movie. Nah, wait. 2 premieres later.
Right. That's real.
I'm doing what I got to do. You know.
And by the way, right, I commend you on that. Right. Real good level acting. And,
Thank you, bro. I just tried to.
I'm gonna be honest. The whole cast impressed me. I be on Tubi, you know, that's the go-to right now. And one of the scrutinies of Tubi right now, some people bit off it. They make memes and everything about the level, the quality of acting, and it be like, you know, it be corner store Jack Legs Jones, some Jones, and I'm looking from a business perspective, saying my hand is better than a lot of that stuff, right? So I come in watching, and after I watched the first one, me and my wife watching, we had to go. It was late night. And we OGs, we a little tired, yawning, what you trying to do, right? Oh, we gotta watch the second one, the Dutchie in the joint. I had to watch the first one to walk into the second one. Yeah. Let's watch it. Boom, we stay up and watch it because it was entertaining. Yeah.
So it got better.
We watched both of them back to back, right?
It got better as it went on.
I'm saying this on record. I enjoyed myself. It was really good joints. You know what I'm talking about? I really like them 2 joints. It put me in a Tyler Perry vibe a little bit with a Philly twist. Yeah, so y'all popping the Philly slang and all.
Reason why a lot of those movies don't work is because people overact in some of them joints, right? The quality of the joint is low. So if you're gonna have bad quality, you at least gotta have impeccable acting.
Right. You gotta compensate.
You can't sound like you reading from a script when doing it. So it's like
none of y'all did.
Master your craft. I was
none of y'all did, man.
With my wife, she had to be the nigga I was arguing with. You got to be Curtis. You know what I mean? Okay. And when you watch that, you see I have an argument scene in that movie,
I peeped
right?
Over the table.
Imagine 7 takes of that.
Right.
This
had
close.
To nail it. Right.
I gotta let him spit in my face. I can't break character. A lot of guys can't do it.
There's a lot to acting, man, that people don't dig.
Man, that nigga spit in my face, bro.
And you had to keep it. Keep your game face on.
I'm trying to get now. I want to see now. I'm tapping into a new dimension. I'm like, damn, what is this gonna look like when it's done? Yeah,
yes, sir. But do that when you doing that on real time, right? And we gonna wrap up right here. Did that help you get through the scene? Do that realness, that spitting in the face, put you more into the scene, or did it take your mind like you just said, like this nigga spitting in my face?
I'm gonna get to the point right now. I'm gonna close this out like this with everything that I do: rapping, acting, writing, coming up with intellectual properties. I'm always gonna do the best that I can do. it's just in me to do that.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how I will close out my part 1 to my To The Point interview.
Because we coming back.
Part 2.
We got to, because
You
there's
know
a
what
lot.
Check the
we
round
got-
real fast. Y'all close out. We got a segment to pick your poison. I don't know if my man got to pick your poison. He usually do.
Yeah, I don't.
I got one on deck real quick.
Yeah.
On a think fast tip. Last thing, you like, I don't know, was written, but it happened that way. Movie career, right? It started off when a young boy, 15, rubbing elbows on the block, sharpening his skills with the rapping. On the pick your poison tip, right? If you had to choose between your rap early career, if that would have really went to the highest level and subsided at about where you're at now, and your music career went to a higher level, and you don't know where it's going to end. Do you think you would prefer young boy living at the high level
With the music.
or now at the age you is now, about to extend from with the feeling I get, the vibe I get, this might take you to levels somewhere you ain't reached yet. Do you think you would, you know what I mean,
As far as the movie
prefer, like,
Okay, so if you would have asked me that at a younger age, right, you would have got a younger answer.
okay.
Now you give me this
Mature,
at this
yeah.
age that I would have to answer it, because I always had Islam in my life.
Okay.
Lord.
So I would choose the Qatar.
Way to bring it back home. Way to bring it back home, man.
I would choose whatever
Way to bring it back home.
would
Plans
put
for you.
for me, because anytime I went away from that, it shows with history I failed.
Okay, so what the law got cut for you?
Listen.
I would go with
That's
the
what the-
Qatar.
Listen, y'all
Great answer,
heard,
great
y'all
answer.
heard from Philly legend Dutchie. Philly legend, I'm gonna say again, Dutchie, and I'm happy and privileged to say this is my man and my brother. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And we
This is our
gonna come
meeting,
back.
man.
For sure, man. For sure.
pleasure
for
is
sure,
mine.
for sure.
We gonna come back and do it again. We gonna do a part 2 Dutch, man. He just booked that in.
I
Because
got-
there's a lot
so
to go on with this
when
guy.
you do
A lot more to unpack.
interviews on what they call goats and legends of Philly,
Right.
you
Yeah, you got
gotta be a part 2, because there's a lot of
unpacking
questions that y'all didn't
Ain't
get a chance to
get
ask.
off.
And there's a
Exactly.
lot of things that I
You
feel
got
as
to.
though
You wanna talk
the
about.
public didn't get a chance to, know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we gotta keep it clear as a diamond, man.
Yeah, good
we
money.
gotta keep it clear.
So
as
look
a
at that
diamond.
jewel.
So,
Look at that.
So we back at you. Wayne, you can hit it. We back at you part 2, man.
To the point,
I
sound like.
mean,
Signing off.
Bob Sobino off the Casamigo. 29.5 skybox watching the Eagles. I stay away from crowds, I ain't too fond of people. That way I'm nowhere to be found when they drop the Rico. When you mob tied, better watch amigos. Could be Ebo, the top guy to supply the kilos on the cop side. Go lopside like you got cerebral. Do anything to avoid the needle and dodge the Rico. Linked up with Milo at Cinco de Mayo. Unless you seen him sink the